Madam Executive Secretary of ECLAC, Alicia Barcena, Excellencies, delegates, members of the public. I offer you greetings from the beautiful island of Antigua and Barbuda on the occasion of this, the second meeting of the signatory countries to the Regional Agreement on Access to Information, Public Participation and Justice in Environmental Matters throughout Latin America and the Caribbean, the Escazú Agreement, held under the auspices of my government. COVID-19 is easily the most complex challenge that our countries have had to face in decades. In addition to making us hold this important meeting virtually, the current health situation has severely affected our peoples and economies and further exposed the fragility of our societies. To this pandemic, we must also add the climate and biodiversity crises, as well as our difficulties on the economic front, characterized in the Caribbean by high indebtedness and narrow fiscal space. All of these place severe strains on our path to sustainable development. But far from discouraging us, we see these challenges and existential threats as invitations to overcome them with resilience and with resolve. It is in these troubled times that we must strive to adopt transformative pathways and focus on a sustainable, inclusive recovery grounded on multilateralism, partnership, cooperation, and regional integration. The Escazú Agreement precisely brings all of these elements into focus. As the first environmental treaty of our region, it puts people, equality, and sustainability at the core, while offering a framework to build our capacities and work collaboratively for a common purpose, that of our environment. Through access to information, public participation, and access to justice in environmental matters, the Escazú Agreement also facilitates the encouragement of all sectors of society, notably those in vulnerable situations, materialized in the 2030 Agenda's ultimate aim, that is to leave no one behind. Antigua and Barbuda, we have long considered our environment a top priority and placed people center stage. Our solid environmental legal policy framework demonstrates the country's firm belief in environmental governance and access rights. Such rights have been enshrined, among others, in the Freedom of Information Act, the Physical Planning Act, and the updated 2019 Environmental Protection and Management Act. The latter, I think, deserves particular attention, as it seeks to ensure that decisions pertaining to the environment are made in an integrated manner, in collaboration with stakeholders, non-government organizations, and other persons. It provides for preventive and remedial measures for the control and mitigation of all forms of environmental degradation or pollution, whilst promoting at the same time and encouraging all persons to have a better understanding and appreciation of the environment. Moreover, environmental and climate action are guiding our foreign policy, as attested by this country's strong support to the Escazú Agreement. For that reason, we were the first to sign the Escazú Agreement when it opened for signatories on the 27th of September 2018 at the UN headquarters in New York. Our Parliament approved ratification earlier this year, and the country posited our instrument of ratification on March 4th, 2020. We take great pride in these laudable national and regional achievements and invite those countries that have not yet done so to follow. In that context, my government is particularly pleased to host this second signatories meeting, the first of its kind to be hosted in an English-speaking Caribbean island. This meeting will be of fundamental importance for many reasons. Among them, it will not only be decisive in giving shape to the institutional foundations and procedural aspects of the agreement, enabling it to fully unfold its effects on the ground, but it will also take place at a very crucial moment, just when we have achieved the threshold of countries that ratified the agreement for it to enter into force. This brings a beacon of hope to our country and to the region as a whole. I'm certain that with the support of all delegations and members of the public, we will live up and deliver on the challenge and make out this meeting to be an absolute success for the Escazú Agreement and for the environmental democracy. On behalf of the government and people of Antigua and Barbuda, I would like to thank the ECLAC and all delegations and members of the public for your active participation and continued support, and wish you all very fruitful deliberations in the days to come. Do what you do best. Work, save the environment, protect the environment in our region.